So I wanted to talk to you about the idea of strength training and its importance to your martial arts. You see, there's kind of a rift in the world between skill practice and physical ability. A lot of traditionalists and a lot of high-level practitioners of traditional arts or arts that are more along a traditional line or with a more traditional mindset will try to tell you that what you really need to spend your time on is skill practice. And if you look at a lot of the classical masters, they didn't have big athletic bodies or anything like that, but they were just immensely powerful because of their practice. Okay. And then you have the other guys, on the other side, you have your sport fighters who have to have world-class conditioning and to within their weight class, be top tier in their strength and speed categories and all that, because that's how sport works. Well, I'll tell you, the truth is really somewhere in between. See, you don't have to buy big heavy iron clubs like this. I just think they're cool. And clubs are a good tool for a martial artist, especially somebody interested in playing with melee weapons, just because it really gives you an idea on how to play with acceleration and deceleration of a swinging object. Clubs are a fantastic tool for that. But as far as just strength training goes, just a heavy sandbag or a simple set of barbells will do you. Really simple things. Presses, deadlifts, squats, body weight work, all of that stuff is very important. And I want you to understand that if you look at the traditional arts, you look at Hung Gar, they spend an insane amount of time on isometric tension and physical strength. You look at Shaolin, the first 2 years of a secular disciple's training in Shaolin is just physical work. If you look at traditional Okinawan karate, the art of Hojo Undo, which is the power training. I don't know what the direct translation for that is, but it's the power training of karate. They literally spent hours and hours lifting stones and odd objects and whatnot. It was basically strongman training with what they had on hand, using their farm implements and the nature around them. And much of that was borrowed from the Chinese, as well as just indigenous ingenuity. So when you ask how much is your physical preparation important, well, if you're asking, do you need to lift weights? Well, yes and no. Yes, you need to be able to handle picking things up off of the ground and moving objects. You have to be able to handle that. It's just one of the basic life skills. But on the other side of it, do you need an Olympic barbell set? No. You can get by with sandbags or, pushing your car, deadlifting your car, whatever you can. There are all sorts of things that you can do and lift and whatnot. Make the best out of the situation that you're in. The Okinawans didn't have weight sets. The Chinese, the Shaolin, did not have weight sets. Pardon me. But they had tools and objects that were used for every day. Clay pots filled with water or sand. All of a sudden they're gripping them, working their grip strength and carrying these things around. They've got trees which they can cut and hone into poles for pole work, or to add stones to, or to add baskets of things to. It's just a flat out fact that humans have observed since the dawn of time that you lift things over time, and eventually you get stronger and can lift more things over time. It's a very simple concept. So whether you go out and buy something like this that costs, $3 to $6 a pound, or you stick with cheap weights that are less than $1 a pound, or you just go and pick up a rock from the park and do body weight exercises other than that, you got to be doing something. Punching and kicking is great. The skill practice is necessary, but you really do need something in there of an intense nature, something that will challenge your neuromuscular system's ability to do work. You need some of that somewhere. I really truly believe it is a mistake, especially because at the end of the day, your chances of getting into a violent struggle where you need fighting skills are very small. Your chances of getting into a situation where you need skills of strength or conditioning to, say, carry somebody out of a car wreck or a burning building, or, just move a tree trunk out of the way that's fallen after a thunderstorm, or perhaps you just need to lug in a heavy-ass load of groceries or whatever. You really need to be doing some physical work to fortify your body. Now, what form that takes is up to you. It really is up to you. There's as many ways of gaining strength and conditioning as there are people doing it. But you got to be doing something. And I would say that if you don't know where to start with the old guys. Start with the guys that came before all of the technology that we have now. Yes, you'll be missing out on some of the current science, but if you're just starting, you're going to benefit regardless. Listen to your body. Make sure that you are not working yourself to the point of damage. You feel pain, you stop. Otherwise, start moving, start picking up objects. Make sure that you are using good body mechanics. And like I said, go to the old guys. Go to the old Kung Fu masters, the old karate masters. Go to the old strongmen. You can find this stuff very cheaply or very free online all over the place. Just go and take a look. I would suggest mastering your body first before you start picking other things up of any significant weight. But truly, you should be lifting things as well. It's simply a part of life. That's all I got for you, and I will talk to you later. Good journey.